Guys, so as you know, we do the weekly analysis and we try to analyze the pairs we USD and JPY pairs always during the weekend. So this is a weekly analysis of USD pairs. We are going to be doing the major Euro, GBP, AUD, New Zealand. I will try to skip on USD card. So we're going to start with the Euro USD. Here we analyze how the market went for the whole week, and then we try to analyze the next possible move with the technicals and see how the market goes from there. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into it, guys. So we're going to begin with Euro USD, and today I'm starting with the weekly time frame. So as you can see here on the weekly time frame, Euro USD just came back to the resistance right there that was created a couple of months back. I think it was in June. This resistance was created in June and it was broken again. So this was somehow a level around 1.094, and now it is the price is testing the same resistance, and we have seen a rejection in the previous week, and the week before that we've seen a rejection of this zone, and this week the price just stopped into the exact same zone. Now it's trying to create a change to the upward side, but we have to wait and see how the market plays out in the following week. So let's try to look into the 1 day and see how that looks like. So this is the 1 day time frame, and as you can see, this rejection, this resistance that was created in the beginning of June, it was broken, and then the market is testing that exact zone right there, and you can see the rejection on the 1 day time frame. The entire week has been rejecting on the same exact zone. So we are waiting to see how the market reacts and where are we going to get in on our buy entries. We want the market to break to the upward side. We want the market to break to the upward side, and we expect a move to around that zone of 1.125. So we wait for that move. So if we try to jump into the 4-hour time frame to see exactly how the market looks like, so this is where we are right now. The market is trying to create a range, so the price is being distributed. Now we are waiting for a break of either sides. As you can see, we can always expect a move to the upward side. We can always expect a break to the downward side. Remember, you don't predict the market, you try to analyze and see the market structure only when you get confirmations of a trend or a change to the different side of the market, change of character. That's when you open positions in that specific trade. And as of Euro USD right now, the downward trend, as you can see, the trend line has been broken right there. It was broken on Thursday this week, and now we are waiting to see how the market reacts in the coming week. So which is continuation of a range, breakout, retest, and a move to the upward side, or continuation of the range, break to the downward side, and we see how the market reacts on this next zone below right there. So but remember, this is a retest of this entire zone. This is a retest of this entire zone. So right now we are still waiting, because Euro USD is actually still in the bullish trend, because if you see from here, this structure was broken right there. There was a break of structure, and this is a market correction. So we are most probably anticipating a move to the upward side, but we'll wait for the market to create a very good confirmation. So Euro USD, we are still bullish in the upward trend. It hasn't closed to the downward side. So let's check in on the next currency, which is GBP USD. and I'm starting on that 1 day time frame. And as you can see, GBP previously created a resistance right there, and then we saw a break of this resistance, and it was retested right there. So this was a very clear entry to the upward side. If you remember, we made a video about this entry exactly right here. We made a video about that entry right there because it was a very clean and clear entry. This is only visible in the 1 day chart, but if you go down to the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart, there was some clear entry, buy entries right there to the upward side, and it really created a very big impulse move which ran some very good amount of pips right there. Because as you can see, we had something like 350 pips on this entry, so it was a very good opportunity on GBP USD. In the intraday time frame, this could have created something like 4-5 different entries. So guys, there is a technique where you can accumulate on your profits without breaking the risk management strategies all you set for yourself. This is a simple and clear strategy of how you can maximize on your profits. For example, analyze the market in the daily time frame. Try to see a clear indication of a change in direction, or an indication whereby you're going to go for the buy or you're going to go for the sales, and then start putting in your orders at the smallest lots possible. So during the trend, you keep adding more and more entries in your trend, and by the end of the trend, you'll have accumulated enough to make a big impact on your profits. So you start with a 0.1, for example. 0.1, you risk 50-60 pips, and then you go on adding slowly by slowly. As soon as you get a confirmation like this, you start opening your positions during the day and the weeks, and then you just accumulate on that position until the market closes, until the structure changes, and you try to capitalize on such trends. Otherwise, you can't make money in the market while trading one-offs and one-offs only. So as of now, we are waiting to see how the market reacts at this exact zone right there, because there is still a big resistance that was created and it hasn't been broken. So we are going to wait in the following week to see how the market reacts right here. So if we see a rejection, as you saw the light right there at the end of June, if we see a good rejection, we'll go for the buy side, and if this rejection is broken, we'll wait for a clear indication or a very clear market structure that indicates we are going for the downward trend. So we will have to wait for a break and retest of this level. So this is a key level we are waiting. Let's try and look into the 4-hour chart. We see how that market looks like in details. So this right here is our GBP USD in 4-hour chart, and we are waiting to see how the market reacts right there. And if we can try to put a trend line in, it means we are waiting for the market to change direction right there, and if we go for the long on GBP, that's the 1-hour time frame. So we are still waiting for that break right there. So let's look at AUDUSD. Unfortunately, AUDUSD has been bleeding, and this is not good for AUDUSD. So the previous weeks, AUDUSD has been in a very big downward trend, and we are looking at this very big support being the price is trying to break that support. By the end of the week, we are seeing a big push to the downward side. We'll have to wait and see in the following week how the market reacts to that zone. If we see some support levels being created, then we'll wait for a confirmation to the upward side. But if not, we are going to the next zones down there on the market structure. So AUDUSD is still very bearish, and if we jump into the lower time frames here, we can see that on the 4-hour chart we are seeing the price is in demand right there, but we have to wait and see how that demand is respected or broken. And if we jump into the 1 hour time frame, it is very clear that we are still bearish on AUDUSD. So coming week, we'll wait and see how this zone is working out, and then from there we'll try to continue to see how which positions we open, buy side or sell side. But we have to wait for a clear confirmation of a direction. At least you sit aside for a few days to see where the market exactly is heading, and you try to follow into that direction. Otherwise, you will always miss out on the big trends and the big profits in the market. And for New Zealand USD is the same thing as AUD. New Zealand USD is still bleeding pretty bad. So as you can see right there, New Zealand NZD has already broken the support right there. And for New Zealand, we are just waiting for a market correction and go for the sell, because right here it is a clear indication that New Zealand USD is looking on the downward side. So for this, we are just waiting for a market correction or a retest, and we try to chase that move to the we try to go with the trend to the downward side. So if you look into the lower time frames, the 4 hour chart is showing there is a very clear indication of a break of support right there. And in the 1 hour chart, same thing, we are already seeing a break to the downward side. So right here we are waiting for a retest and move to the downward side. So that is how the USD pairs are looking like. New Zealand is looking down, AUD USD is at support, and GBP USD and Euro USD, they are still bearish, and we are waiting for confirmations to the upward side. So thanks for watching, guys. That was our USD analysis, and